Hello, everyone, and welcome to Fulfillionaire's File, a space where purpose meets impact and where we learn from individuals who are making a meaningful difference in people's lives. I'm Victoria Ferrer, also known as Vicky, personal power and public presence coach. I help individuals develop confidence, emotional strength, and authentic presence so they can live, lead, and communicate with clarity and purpose. And today's conversation is deeply important because fulfillment is not only about success, it's also about safety, protection, and peace of mind. Because no matter how successful we become, the most important goal is simple: to come home safely to the people we love. And that is exactly the mission of our guest today. I'm honored to introduce our guest, Jeanie Steves. Jeannie's mission is powerful and clear: to make sure everyone comes home safely to their families every day. And Jeannie's journey began from a deeply personal place. Her husband served as a police officer dedicated to keeping communities safe. And when she was introduced to this field, she recognized it's not just a business, but as a calling. And today, she empowers families to take proactive responsibility for their safety. Jeanie, welcome to Fulfillionaire's File. We're so happy to have you here.
Thank you for having me. Yes,
You
it's an important thing that we need to just keep in the back of our minds at all times nowadays.
There you go. And before we begin the interview, I want our audience to connect with you as a person. Jeannie, thank you again. How are you today? And what does safety personally mean to you beyond your work?
Yeah, so safety is just, it's one of those things that we don't want to think about in today's world. But when you look at the newspaper and you look
Mhm.
at the news, it's something that we have to, even more in today's world, take a look at the safety and make it more of a priority in today's world and making sure that our loved ones have something at all times to make sure that they come home safe.
I totally agree. Your mission is centered on helping everyone come home safely to their families each day. What inspired this powerful commitment to safety, education, and protection?
Yeah. So again, with my husband being a police officer, I seen his daily work that he would go out on the field and unfortunately bad things happen. And he couldn't tell me always the stories, but I know something bad had happened just the way his demeanor would be when he would come home and just seeing the reality of families. And so that inspired me being a police officer's wife, trying to figure out how could I become a solution also? Because I couldn't become a police officer. Um,
Mhm.
so I wanted to be a part of the solution of keeping families safe. And then another inspiration is being a mom. Um, I have two grown kids that are in their 30s. One was in college at the time when I started this business, and something bad happened on campus, and my
Mm.
daughter was a little nervous. So when I came across this company, um, I bought a pepper spray and I sent it off to my daughter to make sure that she felt confident and secure when she was out and about or even in her home. So the inspiration just came from being a mom and being a police officer's wife and just seeing how I could keep people protected.
Yeah, that's so powerful. Well, as you said, your husband served as a police officer, dedicating his life to protecting others. So, how did this experience really influence your decision to enter the personal safety and protection industry?
Yeah, so when I come across the company Damsel Defense, I spoke to the lady who was actually selling it at a gun show my husband was attending,
Mm-hmm.
and, and that's where I bought the pepper spray. And learning more about the company of lifetime warranties on the products, meaning that they're not just something you're going to get at a store, something you're going to get on Amazon or TikTok. They
Mm-hmm.
actually have engineers to make sure that the products work, make sure that you get home safely. And then learning more about the rescue homes that the company Damsel in Defense partners with Destiny Rescue. So what that means is the sales of these products help rescue children from sex trafficking. So that was big on my list there of, okay, so I'm all in. I want to help children from the sex industry and I want to
Mm-hmm.
save lives in the communities, but I also want to save children's lives. So
Yeah.
that was a big part of it too.
Yeah, again, that's so powerful because often purpose is born from proximity to service and seeing real life risks people face every day. And many people delay thinking about personal safety because it feels uncomfortable or unlikely to happen to them. So, why do you believe we cannot afford to procrastinate when it comes to protecting ourselves and our loved ones?
Yeah. So, I always tell people when I teach in my classes that danger doesn't give us a warning, right?
Yeah.
We don't know that anything's going to happen. So, it's for the what if situations. And I get all the time, doing this almost 10 years, my husband and I do a lot of, we do a lot of classes and trade shows. And I get a lot of ladies that tell me, nothing's ever happened to me.
Uh,
I live in a safe community. I never go out at night, and I'm always with my husband. And realistically, we know that that's not always true.
no.
So it's one of those things that I tell people danger doesn't send a calendar invite. And you need to just have something in the back of your mind. It's just like when you pick up your phone daily, that's a habit. So always make it a habit to pick up that safety product that you're carrying with you.
Yeah.
So procrastination, we can't do anymore. It just can't be on the back end of everything. It needs to be in the front of our minds daily, unfortunately, in today's world.
Oh, yeah. I love that perspective because preparation is not fear, preparation is empowerment. And you focus especially on educating women and children about safety. What are the most awareness skills or habits everyone should learn first?
Situation awareness. We teach that at all times when you are out and about, going to your car, going to work, going into the garages. My husband has a habit, and this comes from being a police officer, that when we go into
Mhm.
a restaurant,
Mhm.
his back is always towards a wall. So it's always towards a door
Oh,
because he's protecting me. So he always is in that situation awareness mode that when we're out at a restaurant, he can see what's happening. So it's going into buildings and also looking at your surroundings of your exits. Making sure that if you're in a restaurant, if you're in a theater, if you're in a concert, or wherever you're at, take a look and see where those exits are in case you need to get out of that situation. Heads up always. Phones down. We can't be walking around with those phones in our hands because you become vulnerable.
right.
And the criminals that we have interviewed will tell you that a woman that is not paying attention, she's such an easy target. So
Mhm.
we're trying to make every woman and every child not that easy target.
Wow. Wow. You talk about layered protection, which is such an important concept. Can you explain how tools like Bluetooth, GPS, pepper sprays, alarms, and stun devices help create layered protection for individuals and homes?
Yeah, so our GPS pepper sprays and our devices. So unfortunately, right now, we have sold out of a lot of our GPS products, which is a good
Wow.
thing because that means
Yeah.
people are getting them in their hands. But we do have the GPS pepper spray in stock. And
Okay.
that is actually what I got my daughter in college. So the GPS pepper spray, what it does is if anybody ever needs to use that pepper spray, when they use it, one, they're coming home safely because they had a product in their hand. Two, what it does is it sends a notification to five of your loved ones to call 911. They will get a text of your
Oh.
location, and even if you're on the move. So if you get thrown in a car, if you get thrown in a trunk, um, as long as your phone is with you, that Bluetooth signal is going to be sent to that GPS pepper spray, and your loved ones are going to say, hey, this is where she's at. This is where, this is where to go. So the GPS products are amazing. It's a game changer in keeping people safe.
So it's not about fear, it's about having options and preparedness, isn't it? So,
Absolutely. And
yeah.
layering, how I always
Hmm.
tell people is, you police officers wear a belt. They have many layers. That last resort is that firearm. So for us women and children, we need to layer because if that situation ever comes where if you're fighting for your life and that attacker took plan A, I still have to fight. So I still have that plan B or plan C to make sure that I get to come home safely.
Oh
So
my
that's where our
God.
safety bundles come into play, just carrying them.
Yeah.
And I do have some products here, definitely, that once we get to that, I will show you ladies how to carry.
Yeah. So, Jeanie, for someone watching today who wants to feel safer but doesn't know where to begin, what simple first steps would you recommend they take today and you can do the demonstration? We would love to
Sure.
watch you.
So here's a simple safety set. And this is on my purse. And this is just how I carry. I've been carrying this for 10 years.
Wow.
So here's the reason why you want to carry products on the outside of your purse or in your hand. Because the criminals that we've interviewed will tell you that any woman carrying anything, they're going to bypass you. You make yourself that hard target. And unfortunately, they're now going to go on to the easy target, but you get to come home safely. So with this product, it's out. If anybody is looking at, to come and harm me, they're going to see I'm going to fight for my life. With this breakaway that we attach, and I always tell people these breakaways have to go with these products because the reason is if I need this in a very fast attack, it's now in my hand. And that's what that breakaway does.
Wow. Wow.
So plan A is if he's already here in front of me and I
Hmm.
don't have the strength to remove him off of me, that's where the Kubotan comes into play. It's a pain compliance. It's a 10 times enforcer for me to move that person off of my ex.
Okay.
Because once I get them off of my ex, now I can back up and I can go ahead and use my pepper spray. So with our pepper sprays, they're going to shoot 16 feet, no blowback, nighttime glow in the dark. So let's say you're out at night, you know
Hmm.
exactly where that nozzle is. It's on a
Hmm.
locked position until you need to use it to go straight. It has a UV dye that's going to stay on that attacker for an entire week, even if they get a shower.
Wow.
So that way, when you go to court, you could say, that's the person that attacked me, and he gets to go off to jail versus walking the street saying it wasn't me that was near her. That
Right.
identification is going to be on them.
True.
They're
True.
temporarily going to go blind for 45 minutes to an hour. We test our pepper spray, so we want to make sure how strong they are. They're the strongest on the market. Police officers carry 10%. Typically, what you get at stores and Amazon is maybe
Hmm.
5%. So it's
Mm.
not strong enough for you to fight for your life. So
Mhm.
that's why you want the hottest cayenne oils on the market to make sure that their eyelids go shut, they go down to the ground, and you get to come home safely.
Wow.
And here is what the pepper spray does.
Hmm.
So yes, so it's going to stay on them for an entire week, even if they get a shower.
I can't
Then,
hide.
exactly.
Oh, yeah.
So what really got me to loving the products is we stand behind the warranty replacements. You get to come home safely with the products that you're carrying daily. Then you call Damsel in Defense. You snap a picture of a police report because you just got attacked. They're going to send you another pepper spray for free.
Wow.
So it's a lifetime replacement on our products. You own them forever. And then the pepper sprays, God forbid anything ever happens, they're going to send you that replacement. So it's a win-win situation with
It
our
is.
products.
It is. Oh my God. So today, you remind us of something profound. Safety is not paranoia, it is responsibility. Protection is not fear, it is love in action. And your mission helps families live with confidence knowing they are prepared. Jeannie, how do our viewers get in touch with you?
So there's an email, there's a phone number, and there's my website. So
Mhm.
my phone number is 724 My email is jeaniesteves@yahoo.com, and that's JeaniEstEves@yahoo.com. And then my website is damselindefense.net/Jeanie, Jeanie. And when you go to my website, you're going to see my picture and you're going to see Shopping with Jeanie Steves. Um, Everything can be drop shipped directly to you.
Mhm.
And we want to get these products in hands quickly. So as soon as you place that order, if you're, on the West Coast, it's going to come to you faster because our warehouse is in Idaho.
Okay.
On the East Coast, sometimes it's like 5 to 7 days over here.
Okay, wow, that's amazing. And before we close, is there one more message you would like everyone listening today to remember?
Yeah, just don't procrastinate on carrying safety products. I know you don't want to think anything's ever gonna, happen to you, unfortunately, until it does. And so we don't want you saying, hey, um, I should have
I
had
should have.
something when something bad happened, whether you're in a good community or whether you're out and about. So, you know, we all want to go and get that coffee for $7 to $8. So instead of spending $7 to $8 on a coffee, just go get yourself a pepper spray, a bundle
Yeah.
set. Definitely anywhere between, 15 to $45. And
Mhm.
you're going to see so much on my website from cup covers nowadays with our young girls going into colleges. Make sure they have those cup covers to make sure their drinks are safe. You're going to see door locks so nobody can come into your home. Go into Airbnb or
Oh,
hotels. Stay safe whenever you're traveling. So take a look at the website
mhm.
and don't procrastinate. Place an order and have it shipped directly to you.
That's amazing. I mean, I feel safe while listening to you, Jeannie, and definitely I'll order a pepper spray and I'll look into your website. Viewers, please don't procrastinate. You never know what could happen. You may be saying today, I'm safe, but tomorrow you can't promise anything. So let's be prepared way ahead of time. Thank you, Jeannie, for your heart, your mission, and your commitment to making sure people come home safely every day. When I got to talk to you, I said, Jeannie, can you come and be interviewed in my YouTube channel? And you immediately said yes without any second thought. Thank you for that. And to our Fulfillionaires File community, fulfillment is not only about achieving dreams, it's about protecting the life we are building. And when we prepare wisely, we live more freely. So see you in our next Fulfillionaires File conversation. Thank you, everyone. Thank you again, Jeannie. And we
Thank
hope
you for
that
having me.
future we can have another interview with you. Thank you for that.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. And bye, everyone.